Welcome to Veterans Family Archery. I'm Wes Custer. Our channel is about new archers and bow hunters and how we can get better. This is my opinion on how we can improve and sharing what I've learned with you and new people. So if you like the channel and the content, give us a thumbs up, a subscription, and hit the notification bell so you know when we post new videos. So who I got here today is a family friend, Josiah. Josiah, what kind of bow do you got?
I got a Bear TRX 400, something you gave me for Christmas because I started coming out here shooting with you guys, and it was just something that you had left over, so you handed it over to me so I could start shooting with y'all.
All right, Josiah. So you've been shooting with us here for a little bit. So what do you think? What do you think about archery and bow hunting in general?
I think it's a great way to just build on your muscle memory and how you process with your mind and stuff, because archery is a lot of mind work over body. You gotta force your body to do what it needs to do besides of just going with the flow of things, and it's a great way to increase your knowledge of other things around you.
Okay, so in today's video, what we're going to work on you learning that muscle memory.
Right.
Getting basically training your brain and your muscles to shoot the same way
Every time,
because shooting archery consistently is a lot about doing, as Mike Ferrari told me when I got started to get into this years ago. Archery is about doing the same thing the same way every time
to get consistent results.
So, that all comes down to and how you knock your arrow, how you pull your draw, you set into your ankle part, your ankle point, and how you straighten your body up for that shot. And the more consistent you can do that, the tighter your group and everything else is going to be downrange. Today we're only shooting at 20 yards. We're outside, there's not a lot of wind, but it's still far enough away that we can still see the inconsistencies in your form. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and take us through your setting up your shot.
All right, well, notch the arrow. You gotta stand about that shoulder width apart, right? Like right about there.
Right about shoulder width apart, exactly. Setting up, very good. Coming in your anchor point.
I dropped the arm.
Well, you see, you're learning, but setting it up, taking your time, going through the motions, making sure your form and all that stuff is set before you take the shot. That's important. All that stuff is important, just as putting the arrow on target. All right, one thing that I seen on that one, you set up real good, but you're still being real deliberate about punching. Right? Just like when you fire a firearm,
just pull it, squeeze it.
Just pull it, right? You want it to be a little bit of a surprise when you come through. So like you're still following through like I've shown you before, but you want that to be a fluid motion. So like when you pull this, your finger should still be on it after the shot. So let's take a walk down here and see what we got. Your arrows are fairly close. I mean,
getting closer.
They're 3 inches apart, but that's not bad. It's still in the same spot, and because you're left-handed. You're dropping when you drop your arm, your arrows are gonna float to the right. So not bad. Go ahead, pull your arrows, and we'll go back up the hill. It starts off with how you grip. Right. So I grab the bow, make sure it's comfortable in my hand before I even knock my arrow.
Right.
So I'm gonna come in, slide my arrow into my whisker biscuit, make sure that my arrow is knocked fully, because I can hear it click. I don't know if you can on that one, but you can hear it. So when I come up, right, the first thing I do is I make sure the first part of my form is correct. So I got my legs somewhat shoulder width point, shoulder width apart. My front foot is a little forward, and then my hips are straight and my back is straight. I set up, I point the bow towards the target, and then I pull down into my anchor point, and then I come into it to make sure. Then, you know, notice my grip. Right. I'm not choking the bow, and then when I squeeze the trigger, I pull back through it. But that one, I kind of let the bow roll forward a little bit on me. So I'll go through it again at full speed. So I knock it. Notice, you know, I knock the same way every time, right?
Right.
Come up, come through it, set my anchor point, make sure the bow is level. And there we go. So your form, you want to make sure that's the basis. Otherwise, if you can't get that consistent, you're not going to be consistent when you're putting arrows down.
Right.
So you got to kind of talk yourself through it as you're setting it up. So go ahead and set it up, go through it.
All the arrows already knocked, so
Right.
I skip that point. Kind of aim at the target before I pull back.
Right, setting your anchor point. Right, and then slowly put that finger on the trigger. Very good.
They roll forward as well.
Yeah, you let it creep a little bit from the back wall. That's okay. As long as you can recognize it and
Fix it.
fix it. Because a lot of things about archery is, you know, you kind of gotta override your brain a little bit with stuff, like even setting the pin on the target, because you can't see that black spot once that pin's over it. You want to see it as you pull the trigger, but you got to train yourself to be able to, all right, that's the point of impact that I want, you know, how do I get through it? And that's kind of why you want that surprise a little bit. So that way you're surprising yourself when you get to that point. So you know, hey, look, when that pin hits that's where I want it, and then boom.
Right.
Because, you know, your breathing comes into play, you know, your heart rate comes into play, all that stuff, because, you know, you're holding that out there, you know, there's movement with your breathing and everything else. So you want to slow your breathing down. You want to focus on that pin and the placement of that pin to get close to your point of impact.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. My first one that I shot that's high and to the right, that's where I let that creep and I dropped my arm. So, like I said before, I'm not perfect at this, but, you know, I can at least identify when I'm doing wrong. You're aiming for that big center target, right?
Yeah, I'm aiming right here. And I let it roll forward on the first shot. I don't know what happened on the second shot.
I mean, we'll get there. Just, you know, you notice that one was a little bit further apart due to the inconsistency of your
Stance, yeah.
not your form, it's just
the
your process.
the grip on the bow.
Yeah. So before you get back into it too, another important thing to consider when you're shooting, and you start shooting a lot, is start to recognize
Your
when-
fatigue points.
when you start feeling fatigue, because then you're going to start getting inconsistencies in your form. So like when you draw, you're going to hit your front hip forward, and that's going to throw off your point of impact as well. So even when you get tired and you still want to continue to shoot a little bit, I recommend taking a break. But even still, if you're trying to get some practice in and you're still trying to get that muscle memory in, is to focus on setting that form up.
Right.
Because at the end, at the end of the day, that practice that you put in, you know, it'll pay off because you're getting good quality practice in.
Right.
Okay. Take us through it. So, as you can tell from that last video, where we left off at, the camera cut out on us for some reason. As I was getting ready to start explaining to Joe, as his groups were widening out, he was starting to show some signs of fatigue in his form. You know, he's starting. If you look in the video, you can see where he starts to hitch his front hip forward a little bit. And something else that we discovered, because we did shoot 2 more times after that, is he brought up a valid point. When he was looking through his rear peak, he wasn't seeing the entire sight. So like one point he was seeing the bottom half of the sight, and then one point he's seeing the top half. So what he was doing is he was changing his anchor point. So that's another thing that comes into. He doesn't have a kisser button on there, which is fine. It's just one of those things you can learn, or you can get one of those nose buttons, which will help him become more consistent. Or if we had some string serving around here, we could tie a piece of string onto the serving string onto the string, so he could put his nose on it and feel that same point every time. So that's another part that comes into that muscle memory, you know, along with you making sure your form is consistent. You want to make sure your anchor points are consistent, and you're seeing those sights the same way every time as well. Much like shooting a firearm, when you're shooting a rifle, you want to make sure that you're putting your face in the same point on the buttstock to get the same sight picture every time. That still comes into it, and you build that muscle memory. So, a quick recap of the day, Joe. So, what did you learn today?
Well, one, I learned that my sight picture is not always the same, which is throwing off the shots a lot. I've learned that whenever I get fatigued, I had these little, like you said, the hip tilt, and I just stiff arm it sometimes and grip it too tight, choking the bow. And that they're throwing off my shots a lot. I need to work on the muscle memory of going back through the steps before I do something like that, such as the hip cock and choking of the bow that throws off the shot.
Okay. So, you got any questions or anything that you want to address? That maybe we can put on film here and maybe help somebody else out, and you can always go back to this video again and
right. So the
up.
one question I was gonna ask, whenever you mentioned it earlier, we could take a piece of string and wrap it around. So would I have to be at full draw for that to make it the perfect for the nose?
What we would do is you would come to full draw. I would take a marker, put a little mark on the string to see where it was at, and then we would put either a kisser button or a nose button on, or we get a piece of serving string and put it wherever that mark is.
Right.
So, you know, of course, you know, you'll have it let down, and then we can tie that stuff on. But you know, those are easy fixes. We just got to get the stuff to do it.
Right.
So, and just make sure it's not going to fly off the bowstring on whatever we do. So that's the important part too, is making sure that it's done, that it's installed on there properly. So, anything else?
Pretty good at this point.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, give us a thumbs up. You know, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications. You'll know when we release new content. And if you have anything that you would like to add, or you would like to see, or us explain in depth more, you know, leave us a comment. Again, thanks for watching, and remember, aim small, miss small.